Folks, Ting is the future, and Ting is here in our community already, and I want to welcome the Senior Vice President of Sales to our program here, Neith Myrick. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's start from the beginning. You were part of the beginning of Ting, was one of many folks who said, hey, we want to try to come into this community and be your next provider in terms of fiber and television and internet and all of that.
Yep.
How did that all start?
Yeah, great question. So early on, Paul had a conversation about what Laguna Woods Village was looking for. And for us here at Ting, we think about connecting communities in a way where we really make sure that we want to be a community that we want to work with communities that are super interested in what we're interested in. And that means bringing best-in-class fiber internet to their community. So we think about Laguna Woods Village as a place where you have a wonderful community of folks who are really focused on the future. And we understand it's not just connectivity, it's telehealth, it's connecting with loved ones. And so we put a full court press to make sure we answered every question we had.
Okay.
We were able to bring the best of Ting, and I think the fit more than anything, right? For us, it's all about leading with empathy, making sure we're answering questions, and doing a really great job of bringing world-class customer service. And I think for us, it really was a great fit from the beginning.
Now, the thing about this community is it's a senior community, it's pretty tight-knit, but also you aren't coming in and replacing another provider. The community itself is the provider. So what's that like in terms of that transition and how they can help us understand what that's going to be like and how things might be different or the same?
Yeah, I think for us, as we think about for us, it's always about the residents and always about the experience. So no matter where we're coming from, whether we're replacing a provider or whether what we try and focus on is be obsessed with that customer experience. So everything we do, from our design to the way our website's laid out to the FAQ documents, all of that is to ensure you have a world-class customer experience. So if we think about that as our kind of our North Star, I think we'll end up in a good place.
Absolutely. And one of the other thing is, in a community like this, is there's a lot of fixed incomes, and so the price had to be right. And so how did you were able to make all these services happen, but also still be kind of cost competitive?
Yeah, great question. So one of the things about Ting as a whole is we try to give more value than people expect. And so the easiest way for me and for our organization to make money is to have customers that every time they ever pay us any money, they feel like they're getting way more in return. And so for us, what we do is we make sure our back-end costs, we try and keep those really low, but we're thinking about what's going to drive the kind of delight for our customers. And so when we think about that, one of the nice things is Laguna Woods Village already had spare conduit, so that helped lower the cost pretty substantially and allows us to focus on what I think we do really better than anybody in the world, which is serve customers day in and day out.
Now we fast forward to today, where you guys are here in the community and it's already underway. What was the first big priority once you were named the contractor for this whole thing?
Yeah, communication. That for us, the number one thing is having an open and transparent dialogue. How do we communicate with Laguna Woods Village? How do we communicate with the residents? What is the plans that we're putting in place? So what you'll see from us at Ting is you'll see us in the neighborhood. You'll see us at events. You're going to see an ambassador program of folks that are here at Laguna working in behalf to make sure that this is the absolute best network in the world for every community across the country. So for us, how do we communicate? How do we do it proactively, transparently, and with, again, the customer in mind? That's always our number one focus.
Now, people are sometimes resistant to change, even if that change could be a better and an improvement. How are you guys communicating in terms of with the residents in terms of now they're going to get this new box, you're going to have this new system? How is that process going to play out?
Change can be scary, right? Technology, we all know, right? Change can be scary. Well, our focus and the things that I think we do better than others is leading with empathy. So everybody communicates and ingests information in a different way. And so what we like to do is say, hey, here's a plan of how we want to communicate in different methods. So if somebody's more of a visual learner, they can do that. If somebody wants to go to a workshop with the PC Club or the Mac Club, what a great opportunity for them to sit down and actually get some hands-on training. If somebody wants to talk with one of our ambassadors at an event, we have the opportunity to do that. So all of these different ways to ensure that the person who may have heard about us or see us at an event, and then really had a question, so they went online. We can answer them at an event, at a workshop, online, all of those different ways, so that people feel comfortable in bringing up and raising their hand and say, hey, I'm not sure how this works, can you help me? And I think we want to make sure we can do that.
Do you guys see this as a client customer service or a relationship service?
Well,
in terms of like the customers, are you guys trying to build a relationship? That's what it kind of feels like in terms of you're in the community, you want to be here, and so then getting to know you instead of like, this is just the place I go to get my stuff.
Correct. Yeah. So we're going to be. I truly think of the best relationships as partnerships. So we end up being a trusted partner in that regard. So you'll see people, if you see somebody with a friendly Ting shirt on, feel free to go up to them, ask them questions, wave. You're going to see some of the same faces in the community day in and day out at the events. So that is, we really want to be part of the Ting, part of the Laguna Woods Village family, and that's what we hope to be here in the short future.
Now, you don't live in a community that offers Ting, but you are a Ting customer when it comes to phone service.
Correct, yes. So we actually have a really great offering called Ting Mobile that we're going to be offering to every single resident here in Laguna Woods Village. We're super excited about it, and it's going to be super affordable, and more to come as we launch that. But we're really, really thrilled. The Ting Mobile, it is basically your cell phone service, and so with Ting, you could have your internet, your cell phone, and your TV all on kind of one package.
All in one package. There you go. Well, Neith, we'll give you a ring on Ting when we get a chance. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
All right, folks, you've been watching all of our Ting customers and all of our Ting folks come in and telling us what's going to be like. We have more to come on that. Stay with us. We're watching Village Television.